G'day guys. This is on the C19 and the British data and what it actually shows and what it actually tells us on how severe this pandemic really was. Let's take a look at the data. Okay, so this is UK data, deaths in the UK, weekly data with C19 on death certificates by date of registration. So these are sort of the different periods, the sort of levels that, and going right through to the latest one, which was 1,557 within the recent years. So that goes right through, as you can see. The latest ones are very low. These was January, talking about April, spring. You know, we're talking about periods of low vitamin D. You know, you can even see here's the early parts of December. People's vitamin D status is still something okay. Look at the levels when you look at August and all that, the most sunniest period. Bugger all. Same here, bugger all. And it just rises again as we move into autumn, you know. And it usually has always a bit of a dip in November and stuff like that. You get this little dip again here, then it rises again towards January and into the basically the more, obviously in the spring periods and all that, we've seen a certain reduction compared to the initial outbreak. And I suspect that is because there's more, let's say, people with in the early stage were more frail and very old, extremely old. And the figures were, you know, the average was way over 80 years of age. So that's probably explains why they were taken out very at this stage. And until, because it actually started around January. So it took a while until it spread into the population. But here, you know, this year it's it's taking its toll in the January period. And then sort of dropping off as we move into summer again. So that's the sort of data, the general sort of stuff and all that. But actually, let's look at the actual numbers. This is the actual, again, from the Office of National Statistics. So remember, that one's the CV data, you know, and you can have things that can get massaged. This is the actual freedom of information, which is the stuff that I was talking about. Now, that is death from C19 with no underlying cause. That means we definitely know this person was in the ICU. We definitely know they actually died from the disease. They didn't die from any other cause. They didn't come in and have a stroke or some other thing and just happen to have, you know, this sort of the C19. So we're talking about people that actually died from the disease, not from people that died from other causes. So this is really important. And this is the sort of data that we've got. And we're actually looking at basically these periods. So that's an accumulative number, which is the 2020 and 2021 is this number. So they've got it in the different quarters. So basically 6,483 plus 346 plus, as you can see, when you come into the summer period, things drop off, plus 1142. So it's slightly more than I actually said last time, because last time I said about 7,000 for last year, but actually I got it wrong. It was actually slightly higher, nearly 8,000, 7,971. So I did get it wrong. I've been saying 7,000 for last year, but that wasn't the case. It was actually slightly more. So just correcting myself here. But still, we're not talking about, you know, okay, how far out did I get it by? I was 13.9% out. That's what I was. So anyway, so let's look at the numbers. So 79, 71. 4923 plus 193 plus 630. Divide that by, not that number, 971. That's 72%. So 72% were people over 65. And so pretty much 28% are under that. Just for those who can't do maths, 28%, more or less 27.9, 28%. So that's the people that were younger younger than 65, 0 to 64, and those who are 65 and over were the 72% of the population. So primarily it's older people. And even we know in the first year, the first wave, it was basically much higher, the numbers. You know, the numbers were, what about 79, talking about 18% higher in 2020. And when in the Delta era, which was last year, basically it was slightly lower. Yeah, probably because already a number of the more frail people are being culled off. So that would have brought down, and whoever was left was being culled off under those circumstances. So in general, what we've got is the total for the entire seasonal period, you know, and if we took it, and that other figure, the 1557 as well, I'll add that in just to be adjusted for the whole season, the whole period, plus 7951 plus, you know, and that's 17,351. And with this year's, if we add this year's as well, it's 1557. So we're looking at about total nearly 18,900, nearly, and that's over, you know, that's basically over just slightly, about 2 years, okay, the total amount in that regard. Now, obviously, we've been told this is an epidemic. Basically, we should run for the hills, hide under the mattresses. We're all going to die. Let's take a look at the 1998 to 1990, which was over those 2 years, the flu epidemic in the United Kingdom. This is Wikipedia. It's not Harry Sopanos saying this. Let's take a look at the numbers, okay? So remember, look at the numbers here, 9 plus 7971 plus, remember on the previous, the first one, 1557, which is the current stuff. So let's just take a look at the current numbers. Okay, over that 2-year period. So what did we get? And they talk about various sources about the outbreak. In terms of that case. Some people, you know, the various sources have attributed between 19,000 to 29,000 to the outbreak. So unclear, but pretty much you'd say these numbers are very similar over a 2-year period. You know, that lower number, I'll go with the lower number, you know. At most, it's a severe flu season, as you can see, 19,000, 18,928, you know. I think it's quite clear that it's not basically 1918, and it's not basically, you know, bubonic plague that took a third of the population out of Europe. I think it's quite a different picture than what we've actually been told. And let's remember, this is a population that wasn't as severely locked down as the Australian one or many others. And most of the information, even the other stuff that I showed about the US stuff, when we look at all-cause mortality, there wasn't much difference. It was a 0.2 over 2 years, a 0.2. Very little. We're not talking about big, massive numbers here. You know, like 1918 was 3 times the US data. And in Europe, it was even more horrendous. You know, because a lot of the soldiers were in Europe coming back and they'd all got it, and many died even before they got back to the US or many other parts of the world. So the numbers in Europe were much more horrendous in that period. This isn't the same. That they've basically literally upended our whole economy, destroyed people's lives, taken away people's human rights and dignity, you know, for numbers that actually look like a bad flu season. I wonder really what the real numbers are. You know, in every country, I suspect they're not dramatically different from really severe flu seasons, I suspect. The problem is not all this information is available in all countries. Now, the FIO, the Freedom of Information in the UK is a bit better because there's legislation there which is a bit more, you could say, citizen friendly. In many other countries, you can't get this sort of information. People have requested it and they can't, either they won't give it to them or they will give them just general, not specific data, and a lot of like black lines through a lot of the information, which makes it useless. So this is the best we've got to be able to do comparison. We don't really have anything better than that. But the reality is those dramatic numbers that people claim, you know, are not there from actual dying with C19, you know, from C19, sorry, not with, from actually the actual disease itself, ending up in ICU and dying on a respirator. People that, you know, that basically die from other causes and just have something. I mean, that every year people die from other causes and have the flu or a common cold. Whoopee. That doesn't mean you actually died from the common cold or the flu. You just happened to have it. It may have precipitated, you know, worst outcomes, but still you died from a comorbidity that you had you know, that was, you know, didn't get you this year, next year, flu season would get you. That's the reality, that it's basically dying from the actual, you know, a causal connection directly, that you're in the ICU and you died from that and nothing else. That's the sort of data we're looking at, and that data does not stack up to the narrative that we've been sold for some time now. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. See yous.